get to stand up to me and the truth of God. How will I get? Not here, but in your country, how will you get this?
You go to UNICEF office, you go to WHO office, or the MSF office, and they'll have boxes of them.
Unfortunately, UNICEF do not normally have workbooks for adults.
Yeah.
They only have these ones. And take note, some of the consignments that they are giving us have long measurements, especially out of points. Must be very, you can see like this one. If you look at the yellow part, which is where you are supposed to classify, some of them are wrongly. There's a consignment that we have that is wrongly labeled, so you have to put it. And then UNICEF does not give workbooks for adults, but Helpage International have for adults. I only know Helpage International is the one who have workbooks for adults.
The requests are country specific because in Zambia it's UNICEF which actually provided us with the adult kits. Thousands of them.
But at least UNICEF, WHO, Helpage, MSF. Yeah. Just find out from your country secretary. Yeah. Yeah. So what was any challenges?
Yes.
Any challenges?
Yes.
Okay. What was the challenge?
There's an obvious difference in the West circumference for those who have never had children. So really, by sex, I mean, there's an obvious difference.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's true. But okay, about work first. We were talking about work first. Yeah, work. But thank you for the observation. It's true. Any other challenge? I heard somebody saying yes there. No challenge? It was okay?
Yeah, I think there's a tendency to put your finger between the two pieces of the tape measure.
Yes.
Now, the smaller the measure, the bigger the mistake you make by doing that. Yeah, so for a waist circumference, doing that has less impact than if you do that on and if you do that for children, the difference is enormous. Yeah, so you overestimate the circumference, and we were trying as well, to keep it straight, specifically on the arm, and it's a bit slippery, keeps dropping, and it's something. That's why these tapes are useful because you can slide between.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But of course, if they're not available, improvising. But of course, with improvising comes other discrepancies. And that's why, by the end of the day, I think what needs to come out clearly is that there's no one single anthropometric measure that is totally absolute to get. And that's why, remember, when we're talking about the anthropometric measurements, there's the weight and height, the BMI, waist circumference, they have limitations. So you can use another one, in case you see, there's something that you can use another one to verify, you can use another one to verify. And then again, depending on the resources you have, if you don't have mark tapes, maybe your setup is just a weighing scale. So then now you go to the biochemical parameters. Has the person been done any biochemical parameters that you can be able to do? Then again, you mix it with the clinical and the dietary. So it's all of them together that at least help you to make an informed choice, in terms of the intervention. And so that in your manual, you see that there are different types of dietary assessment. There's a 24-hour report, which now you ask the person what they had in the last 24 hours. And then there's the food record, and then there's the diet history. And you see, each of them can be used, but all of them have their own limitations, which I'll not go through, but you can be able to look at later. How are you? Welcome, Karibu Sana. I just wanted to find out about, now we perceive you've done the A, the B, the C, now in the D. Okay, so I'd like you to tell me what you ate yesterday from breakfast. Give me minutes, so that you can be able to see if it's typical of what you normally eat, or maybe it was just unique for that day. Then you can be able to see, so that I'll be able to explain to you what you should do. So maybe you can start with breakfast. What did you have for breakfast yesterday?
Well, actually, it started with full breakfast. I woke up and I read my Coca-Cola standing next to my bed, and I drank that half. I may have had a different lunch. Yeah.
So have you gotten the gist of what a 24-hour record is? Okay.
So you get the information about the diet, and you're usually comparing it against something. For example, dietary recommendations. For example, what are some dietary recommendations that you know of? In the U.S., there's one, eat 5 per day, at least 5 fruits and vegetables per day. So if I was interested to see if someone's eating enough 5 fruits and vegetables, then I would compare, what the normal was, the 24 hours, to see if they were eating that. For someone with HIV, maybe, are they eating enough to have extra calories? And so you'd be looking for, are they eating enough nutrient-dense foods? Are they eating frequently enough? And that kind of thing. So that would be the next step for that.
Yeah. And most importantly, once whichever method it is that you use for dietary assessment, it's important to, then as she says, you're checking it against something. But then now, looking at this, you're able to advise somebody if, and the most important thing is it has to be individualized. It has to be individualized. That's something you have to remember. Issues about what is the age, is it a lactating mother, is it a person who exercises every day, or is it a person who is sedentary, is it a person who has a chronic illness, is it a person who has HIV, maybe they have renal failure, maybe they have diabetes, hypertension. So with that kind of history, then, and you look at what they're eating, then you're able to advise accordingly. And remember, you will have taken the weight, so you know this person's weight is okay, or they are obese, or they are underweight. So all those things put together, they are anthropometric measurements, biochemical parameters, clinical, dietary. Then now you can be able to come up with proper intervention for this person.
We are preparing supplementary food. We are using the corn, fortifying it with, it is a corn soy bread. Soya to increase the amount of protein. Are we not contradicting what we are saying? We are saying that no extra energy yet here. Whatever we are giving is high, much richer in protein. That has been my question.
So it's not necessarily high in protein, it's a good balance, corn and soya. It doesn't mean to say that it's extra high in protein, it's just a good balance, which allows people to eat the extra in terms of having a good balance out of carbohydrate, protein, and fat. But I think what we also need to realize, the people that we give that to don't only have a 20 to 30% extra requirement because of AIDS-related metabolic changes, they have also lost weight, which they are trying to recover. So they're not only eating extra because of the 20 to 30%, they're eating extra because they also need to gain the extra weight again.
That's they require more protein. That's why we are using, if we look the guideline on management of severe malnutrition, for example, the F100 contains 2.9 grams of protein per 100. So that means it is an extra protein proportion. So I'm still
But that's what
saying that